Hey guys, so as many of you probably already know, the day after Christmas, Boxing Day, December 26th, BookOutlet had this sale where you could get stuff for 50% off, and when you add that up with the discounts they already give on the books, I couldn't keep myself from buying a buttload of stuff. I got like these 10 things for like under 30 bucks, and a lot of it I just could not pass up on. I actually started to fill up my cart on BookOutlet like the day that they announced the sale, because there's a lot of stuff that I just wanted to try and get, but on the midnight of Boxing Day everything just like suddenly sold out, and I only was able to get the things I got, but I'm still pretty happy with everything that I got. So the very first thing that I'm going to show you is two things that I already own but not in these editions, and they are Way of Kings and Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson in the US hardback editions. I've already mentioned a few times that I was going to get these at some point, just because I know in the future I'm going to want to get the Stolen Archive books the day they come out, so I don't want to wait for the UK versions to get to me, so I'm just going to go like to a store and buy the US hardcover editions on the release days whenever they happen. So I wanted to have the first two in those editions as well, and these editions are so freaking gorgeous, especially Words of Radiance. Like this art in the front flap, and then the actual books themselves, I don't know if you can see it or not, but they have these like indents that are like these symbols, and you can like feel the indents, and the hardback for Way of Kings is like blue and has an indent of this symbol as well, and it's really cool, and it just has these great color maps, these colored illustrations in these hardback editions, and they're freaking gorgeous. I just really needed them, and they're only like $3 a piece because they're 50% off. So the next two things I got are the first two books in a trilogy. I've only ever really seen the first one talked about on BookTube a couple of times, and I honestly don't really know much about the series, but I've heard good things, and the cover of both of them are just beautiful. I'd never actually seen the second one before, but I saw both of them on BookOutlet, and I just had to get them because they were freaking gorgeous, and I've been wanting to see what they were about, and that is The Map Maker's War and The Chronicle of Secret Riven by Ronlyn Domingue, and these are part of the Keeper of Tales trilogy, apparently. But yeah, not only are these covers just amazing, like they feel amazing, like they're this really strange clothy paper material, and they just feel really nice, and they look really nice, and I really wanted them, so definitely cover buys. The next one, a few booktubers have read recently, and I've just heard really good things about it in general, and that is Wool by Hugh Howley. This is science fiction. It was apparently self-published, and since then has been traditionally published, and everyone that I saw read it recently has really enjoyed it. The next book is a part of Stephen King's The Dark Tower series. It's like a sort of spin-off companion book. It's called The Wind Through the Keyhole. This actually takes place in between the fourth and the fifth books. I'm very skeptical about this. I have no idea how I'm gonna feel about this. I honestly can't really imagine what this could possibly be about, honestly, because there's not really anything that I can think of that would have happened between the fourth and fifth books that we need to know about, and I haven't really heard the best things about this. Like, I'm honestly really skeptical about this. I love the Dark Tower series a lot so far. I only have one book left. I have to finish the last book, but as soon as I finish that, I'm going to read this one and see what I think, and I'm really glad to have gotten it from BookOutlet because it was just like ridiculously cheap. So if I don't really like it that much, at least I have it and have read it and can say that I have read like the entire Dark Tower series. The next book is Moonlight Mile by Dennis Lehane. I got a few things by Dennis Lehane recently, and I've just been wanting to read a lot more of his work ever since I read Mystic River last year, and since I love Shutter Island, and I'm going to read the book Shutter Island at some point. And this is apparently, I didn't realize this until after I got it, it's apparently a sequel to another book called Gone Baby Gone, which is another book I really want to read. So I'm going to wait until I get that, and I think it's actually, both of them are part of a series, so I actually might wait until I get all of the rest of books in the series before I even begin to think about reading this one. But I mean, at least I have it. And then speaking of Shutter Island, I got the Shutter Island graphic novel, and this is just, honestly, it's really nice. I really like it. It has this really great feel to it, and the artwork inside is just really great. It has this really great monotone sepia sort of art, and they don't really look like illustrations like a lot of graphic novels. They look more like little mini paintings, and I really like that a lot. and it kind of put into the sepia monotone parts are these really nice colored parts as well. I obviously haven't like actually read it yet, but I have flipped through it, and I just, from what I can tell, I really like the art in it a lot. I'm going to read the Shutter Island book first. I got that for Christmas, and then I'm going to read this. I had my eye on this for a while on BookOutlet, like it's been on there for a while, and I'm pretty sure it's still on there. So yeah, I just really had to check it out. And if you see my Christmas book haul, you would have saw that I got a couple of Charles Dickens books, and I went ahead and got a couple more from BookOutlet. They were really cheap, and they're in these really great red spine editions, and they are Our Mutual Friend and Oliver Twist. Honestly, don't really know much about what each of these things are about, but like I said in that Christmas book haul, I want to read more Charles Dickens this year, and now I have 5 of his books to read. I was really happy that I saw these on there. There are a couple other red spine editions of a couple other things that I wanted to get, but like I said, a bunch of stuff sold out like basically at midnight when the Boxing Day sale started. So that's everything I got on Boxing Day at BookOutlet. If you got stuff on Boxing Day as well from BookOutlet, then please let me know what you got. If you've read anything that I've talked about in this that I've shown you, then let me know. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you with more very soon.